Okay, we're gonna walk directly down this pedestrian street. At this spot in the street, it's called Alameda Dr. Carlos de Soulbrigada. But down there a little further, it's all called Nagasaki. So I'm not sure which one I'll call it. I think it's kind of depends where I linger the most. But we're gonna basically, before we even go in, we'll just kind of show you a little bit of the context. So actually, this Alameda, this is called, actually the same name is called Avenida, sorry. So basically, there's Rio Casino over there. We'll probably see it in a different context in a minute. But we're going to be focusing on this street right here. So let's get started into this. COVID is over. We got Christmas music. It's December. It's 2022. And we were documenting the streets of Macau, and we got another street for you right here. Chiquinha, chiquinha, toma cuidado da movidinha, chiquinha. Okay. Give the context before we go in. If you watch my other video, this is the park of the Chinese ethnicities. So there's all these statues all the way in this park. And right across from that park is this area right here. And right here it's called Alameda. I think that street behind me is Avenida, Avenue. And it's just basically like a little pedestrian street. And I think it changes into Nagasaki quite quickly. So so we'll see how the naming convention goes. The naming convention is a little bit confusing. So let's see right here, it's still, this is actually, there's actually two names here. And we're gonna walk down that way in a moment. And that's Rio Casino straight that way. And you can see here it's called Rua de Luís, Gonzaga Gomes. And this is still the Alameda Dr. Carlos de Soulbrigada. So, and we got all these kind of really, that's a cool looking place right there. And I'm not sure if I'm gonna call it, this looks really cool, the Nookery. That looks really amazing. I hadn't really seen this before. Let's see what this is. Hello. Hello. What kind of restaurant is this? What kind of food?
We're a coffee shop.
Oh, coffee shop.
Yeah.
Can I take a look? It looks pretty cool.
Yeah, our owner, like the Victorian designer, she grew up in Australia.
Oh wow.
So the design here, she get involved with it, trying to make it like very Victorian.
It's beautiful. It's a really nice place.
We sell hot chocolate here as our main product.
Wow. How new is it?
About a year and a bit.
Wow.
So
Can I?
Tourist or you?
I live here, but I've never seen this place.
It's been here for a year, but it's kind of like a quiet corner.
Yeah, it's hard to come across it randomly. Somebody has to tell you it's here, I think.
Yeah. Do you want to sit down and have a drink? Or?
Maybe I can take a look around with just some.
This is the private kitchen.
Oh, okay. So the main spot.
Just the corner here.
Oh, okay. Is anything upstairs?
Office.
Oh, okay. I'm gonna come back another time, but
yeah.
First time to see it. It looks really beautiful.
Have a explore when you have time.
I definitely will. Thank you for showing it to me.
Bye.
That looks really cool. So that's definitely worth coming back to. So yeah, that one is really nice little space, and it's right across from the Hotel Rio. So maybe we'll keep that in mind. And then I don't know which one I'm gonna do. This is so this is on Rua de Luís Gonzaga Gomes. That's Rio Casino. That's Alameda. So I think what we're gonna do is just kind of explore a little bit more, and then we might come back and check that out. So now this is called Avenida de Amazad. So there's kind of a little bit hard to follow because there's a lot of different streets in here. So just in this one street alone, there's that's Avenida de Amazad. That goes down to kind of a main road right there. And then this is Alameda Dr. Carlos. So that's that one. This is this one that goes to Rio, and we're gonna keep on walking down. There's a Portuguese restaurant. Yeah, actually that place looked really cool. So that was where that place was at. I'm almost tempted to end the video and just like, you know, tell people like go to that spot right there. Actually, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna walk down a little bit further, and then we might just kind of check it out. We might this is kind of cool too. Macau's cuisine, and we have this right here. This is Senado Square. So actually, that is part of Macau, and it's there's always like photographers around. It's such a beautiful area. So okay, so we're gonna keep on walking down, and I think what I'm gonna do is to see where this see how these streets, how the naming convention goes, because it's a little bit. So this is Alameda Dr right here. So that's another of that street name. Now it starts Rua de Nagasaki, so that's all Rua de Nagasaki right here. And I think what we're gonna do is try to stay faithful to our naming conventions. And if I kept walking down, then just kind of give you a little bit of feel. So I walk all the way down that way, I'll explore all of Rua de Nagasaki. But I think what I'm gonna do is stay faithful to my street, which is this street right here. That cool little shop, I wanna get some recognition for that shop. But once you get down here, this is all Rua de Nagasaki right there. And then this one was all, so we'll just kind of highlight this real quick. And this was all Avenida de Amazad, which is this one. And then this one is all Alameda Dr. Carlos de Samchao, which is this one. So now we kind of get into a different one right there. And I think what I'm going to do is I'm just going to walk around the block and then come back out to that coffee shop, because that coffee shop is pretty cool. And I kind of want to show you the Rio Casino is right across the street, just to give some context to people. And I think there's a couple other casinos right around here too. Okay. Oh, that looks really cool. So they're doing some construction there. And check this out. That looks really amazing. Those are all people doing Qigong, Tai Chi. So that looks pretty cool. So that's kind of our main road all the way down. Then we got some workers here in front of the Rio Hotel here. And then down here, there's a student dormitory for a university, City University of Macau. So that's called the student dorm right there. It's kind of interesting as well. And what we're gonna do is go back down our Target Street after we give a little context of everything. So also just want to show you Rio Casino real quick. So there's Hotel Rio right there. Let me get out a little bit. And then we're gonna come back down this street. And that's our other street, Rua de Luís Gonzaga Gomes. And then down here is kind of where we started at. So this kind of give you a little bit of context of the whole area. Okay, so Rua de Luís Gonzaga Gomes is actually this street as well. Just give you some context. Got a pharmacy here. And this is kind of a main street right in here. And then that's the ethnicity park right there. So that's basically where we started at. Rio Casino right down that way. And basically we're just gonna walk back. So I believe that this street, I think it's called the Carlos de Ascension, or it's on that way. I just don't see a sign for it. But now we're back at it again. Yeah, and actually it's I don't know which way to label it actually. That's back to our coffee shop again right here. Pretty cool little spot. It's called the Nookery. Okay, so I guess we'll just end it right there. COVID is over. We got Christmas music. It's December. It's 2022. And we were documenting the streets of Macau, and we got another street for you right here.
Chiquinha,